Hey guys, Bada Bing here, thank you for joining me today. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cold, but I'm not going to let that stop me. So much so that I'm pulling out my Matthew McConaughey voice. Alright. This video review is all about the brand new Tokyo Marui HK45 Tactical. So let's do this, baby, let's do this. I've received this new pistol fresh from Impulse 101 in Japan, and if you're looking for any Japanese-made airsoft gun or parts, it's worth taking a look. This pistol came to me well packaged and straight to the door. No parcel force ransom fees for me. Upon ripping open its protective cocoon, we find a large box dripping with amazing artwork, which is typical of TM. They sure know how to present their products. Lifting the lid, we see the main attraction and its accessories elegantly and neatly positioned. Also to note, the paperwork and manuals have their home tucked under the styrofoam within the lid. Just like their standard version, this model comes with its magazine, 2 replaceable back straps, barrel plug, magazine dry fire pieces, barrel cleaning rod, some BBs, pushpin tool for the back straps. Of course, the tactical version also includes a suppressor and muzzle protector. Something I didn't realise they included with the pistol, but it's a nice touch having the screw-on muzzle protector for sure. Internally, the pistol appears to be exactly the same as the previous model. The hop-up dial remains in the original position, located just under the feed ramp on the hop-up, and also TM's slide lock design, still utilising the thick metal block built onto the frame that connects with the internal metal chassis within the slide. On the outside, it features threaded 16mm outer barrel, Miprolite style rear sight, and full ambidextrous controls with the addition of a safety decock lever now present on the right side. Another big difference is of course the lower frame being in FDE. The Batman style grip serrations feel more aggressive to the touch than my standard HK45, but that's probably due to it being brand new. TM decided not to maintain the FDE colour when it comes to the magazine base plate though. Taking a closer look under the hood of the 45 and inspecting the new threaded barrel, we find it surprisingly made of metal, and with a second O-ring. Of course, Marui replicating the barrel O-ring that's synonymous with HK45's USP and Mark 23 line, but the second O-ring appears to be in place as a cushion to reduce the drag when suppressors are used. TM engineers working carefully to alleviate the stresses that come when gas blowback pistols take on a suppressor, and with this HK45 suppressor being fairly compact in size and weighing in at a feathery 55 grams. When it is screwed onto the HK45, it doesn't feel front heavy. The weight is still very much in the pistol and it feels natural to point. While we're weighing things, the complete HK45 tactical slide is 215 grams, and the complete standard 45 slide is anywhere between 205 and 210 grams, so the metal threaded barrel only adds just a smidge more weight. We'll find out how many BBs per gas fill the tactical has, with and without the suppressor, but first let's do a quick chrono test. Using 0.2 gram BBs and propane, with and without the suppressor, the HK45 just chronoed under 300. One of their higher readings being 294. A pretty decent score and at that sweet spot for indoor work. Moving on to the aforementioned gas efficiency test, with the suppressor installed, or I should say without the suppressor installed, the 45 using propane was able to fire off 104 BBs before the gas tank was empty, while with the suppressor attached it managed to fire 95 shots. That's pretty impressive efficiency, especially when the suppressor is bolted on. Shooting the pistol is wonderful. As expected with the plastic slide, the cyclic rate is very high, and as you can see in the slow motion, the recoil impulse tends to flip the muzzle upward, and the slide seems to come back and downward. Obviously, the recoil is microscopic in comparison to the real thing, but it's pretty cool that this action is recreated, and one you can actually feel happening. The trigger isn't too bad either. Its double action pull is smooth on the take-up, and not too heavy. Pulling past the wall to fire the shot is also so smooth. Single action mode is very easy to get on with, and within a single magazine it becomes very familiar, with the slight take up to the wall and then the break. Only the reset is a little numb. Aside from that, one can blaze away the 26 rounds very quickly, just depends on how fast your trigger finger is. That's insane. Having that amount of cyclic rate, especially when you got a suppressor to the mix, that's incredible. You get such a really decent rate of fire out of this thing when you really open the tabs and start pumping it, and they just fly. The HK45 can be shot fast, that's for sure, even with the suppressor. It really doesn't appear to slow it down at all. In the past, suppressors on pistols generally tended to be detrimental for gaming unless they were attached to non-blowbacks. However, right from the factory, TM have produced this package to run in tandem perfectly, and dumping an entire magazine is no sweat for this setup. Looking to see if there was any kind of impact shift when using the suppressor, I found that it didn't make a difference whatsoever. At 20 meters, its groupings were very similar. Reliability wise, well, let me just say it's very high. On my standard HK45, I used it as my primary at a Milsim event, and while doing so, I put it through one of the ultimate tests for any airsoft gun, using it during the night under the blanket of darkness. Running it with the Insight Technology PEC 14 LAM1000, it was able to pop targets from varying distances, even though it was dropped twice during the day. But that was down to it being used with the Phobos light-bearing holster, which is only good if you stood absolutely still. It jettisoned as I ran from point A to point B, and also didn't take too kindly to me jumping out of the back of a pickup truck, for example. Regardless, aside from it having a few new battle scars, it retained its zero with the IR laser and enabled me to do my thing. That reliability extended to the hop-up, and once you're set to using your specific BB brand/weight of choice, you can be confident of that predictable impact. With the lower temperatures that occur when the moon comes out, the HK45 had that cool, crisp snap, even when dumping a magazine into this poor dude here. If you're thinking of using an HK45 in a scenario such as this, you'd probably need at least 4 magazines. Going back to reload is a pain. Here, I'm firing at a target 20 meters away, and had the 45 wearing the GMP 4-in-1 laser light, which is pretty much a clone of the PEC 14 LAM1000. You can watch my review of that piece of kit via the link at the top or down within the description. Crudely adjusting the IR laser to the irons, it was able to give me a decent grouping. One annoying thing about this pistol that while blasting through the magazines, I lost the white dot from the front sight. What the hell? So the standard suppressor you get with the HK45 Tactical, it's not too bad. It's really nice, compact and lightweight, but it doesn't have that wow factor in it. It needs upgrading. And thanks to the 16mm outer barrel that the HK45 Tactical has, you can upgrade it to that. Oh yes, Ace One Arms Osprey style suppressor. Now that's a rig. That's a Martin rig. And yeah, should we shoot it? I think so. So if you're looking for that one pistol to be your offensive handgun of choice, this won't disappoint. It has the ambi controls, Picatinny rail for accessories, threaded 16mm barrel, decent capacity magazines, vast amount of aftermarket upgrades, and a suppressor to complete the look, not to mention the proven durability and reliability that Tokyo Marui are renowned for. So the TM HK45 Tactical is a fun time, no black gas required. Make sure you tune in next time. I'll be lighting up the HK45 Compact Tactical by VFC. So I hope you tune in for that one. And thank you very much for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it, why not show the love by hitting the like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Next time, baby. Next time.